Well, headaches, loads of people have them this time of year as well. It's quite a prominent time to get headaches, but let's have a look at it. And let's have a look at a couple of different reasons as to why people get headaches. And then also let's look at what we can do here at Sports Physio UK. So I'm Scott, thank you for watching. And we've not done a little video for a while. So yeah, let's talk about it. The reason for this video is about discussing what headaches are, how some headaches are different to others, and how obviously we're able to help. Now keep watching as well towards the end, because what we will do at the end of this video is give you a few tips and tricks of things that you can do at home without having to come here into the clinic. It's definitely worth a try first, and then obviously if things don't work out, you know where we are. So headaches, they come in lots of different reasons. One, obviously, big reason for a headache is sort of stress. Quite a lot of people get stressy headaches, and a lot of that obviously contributes to what's going on around the neck, the shoulders and everything like that, which is the main focus of the video today. Now, before we go into what we can do or whether we can help you or not, really important, if your headache is lasting for a long period of time and it's over and over again, you need to be seeking that assistance through your GP. They may want to then be monitoring that blood pressure. If your blood pressure increases, the pressure up in here, that's going to become a problem for you. All right. If your blood pressure, if you do read it at home and you put that cuff on, if that blood pressure is coming up into the sort of 200 mark or even sort of over the 180 mark, all right, you could be sort of knocking on stroke's door. We don't want to be doing that. So please, if that headache is excruciating, if it is prominent and it is overwhelming and it's keeping going, seek advice with your GP. All right. We're not doctors. We're not clinicians in that sort of sense down here. Okay. So that's quite an important one, just to cover our backsides really. But if you have been, your blood pressure's all good, your medication reviews are all fine, that's where we come in and that's where we can help. If your headaches are prominently on one side of the head, you got a bit of stiffness in the neck, a bit of pain in the neck, anything like that, then that's where we come in. Cervicogenic headaches. What are they? Generally, cervicogenic headaches are headaches that originate from around the neck. Cervic, all right, so cervicogenic. So the origin is around the neck. A lot of the times we have these little muscles that are around the spine itself, even up into the top of the shoulders. And if those muscles all get tight, restrictive, we get what we call trigger points. Those are tight little areas within the muscle. So the whole muscle might not get tight, but tight little areas in that muscle. If they get tight, obviously we're going to have an issue. The muscle isn't as responsive and as effective as it could be. And that's where you need to make it better. So for example being, if we get in sort of neck pain here and we're getting a headache into the side of the head, that we can deal with, all right? We have a muscle that comes down here, all right? So from behind the ear down into the chest itself here and just sort of attached into the top of the sternum, all right? That's the SCM, all right, or sternocleidomastoid, okay? And if you turn your head or you sort of pinch into that area, you can get hold of that muscle. It goes all the way down there. Quite a biggie that we deal with sort of whiplash patients as well. So car crashes, trips, falls, bumps and stuff. But yeah, so we've got that coming down there. So you want to be addressing that if that is tight. The same if it's coming down into the shoulders. You want to be addressing it. Any tightness, any stiffness, anything that stops that muscle from working as efficiently as it can is going to have an impact on yourself. And that may then lead into headaches themselves. When we get stressed, we hunch, we dip our heads down, same as in this sort of weather out here, all right? It gets cold, we hunch, okay? And when we hunch, we lift our shoulder blades at the back, all right? And to lift your shoulder blades uses a muscle at the back of the shoulder, all right? Levator scap, all right? Levator being lift, scap being that big muscle on the back. The big bone in your back, what you call the shoulder blade. So levator scap is switched on all the time. Again, that's going to cause a dysfunction in there. It's going to cause tightness. That on its own can then relate into those headaches. So what can you do to deal with it? Obviously, you can come and see us here at Sports Physio UK. whether it's here at Oldham, whether it's at Rossendale, whether it's at Slaithwaite. Obviously, we've got the options available to you. And we've got an amazing group of team here that can deal with that. Something for you to try at home though, all right? So if we're getting sort of the stiffness down here, taking that hand over the head itself, all right? So the elbow is up and we're just gonna stretch that head down to the side. And we want a purposeful stretch. We want to be able to feel it. Keep within a pain-free range. Hand over the top, just above the ear, and a nice gentle stretch down. And we're going to be holding that stretch for about 30 seconds to get a real good deep stretch. Nice and slowly bringing it up. And obviously we can do it then on both sides. Now the one that we were talking about at the back here, if you've ever been driving or you're ever typing away on your computers and you think, oh, it's starting to burn at the back, and that then can provide us headaches as well. If you get that burning sensation, turn our head 45 degrees, put a hand on the back of the head just behind the ear and pull forwards. And as you pull that forward, you're looking at your chin to go down 45 degrees. So it's sort of aiming to touch into that clavicle there, or that collarbone. Okay, again, 30 seconds at a time, a nice, deep, purposeful stretch, and it will help massively. So before we go, I want you to think about something. I want you to think about triggers of our headaches, triggers of our neck pains. One massive thing that we've been dealing with here in clinic is the position of our TVs at home. A lot of people will sit on the sofas like I'm right in front of you guys now, and I'm directly forwards. A lot of the time, people's TVs are just off to the right-hand side or just off to the left-hand side. Now, if I sit like this for a long period of time and I'm just gently looking across, I'm not exerting myself, I'm just gently looking across there. And what that's doing is closing all of this down. All of this down is short and this is a little bit longer. And we're causing ourselves an imbalance there. We're causing these muscles to become short and we're teaching them to stay like that while we watch an episode of Coronation Street or whatever it might be. To have a think, if we're in this position for a long period of time, we're shortening these muscles, which then means when we come back into the neutral line, into that midline, we're going to be waking this back up and it might not be very happy. So have a think about that. Right? Take that into your home and have a look at how you are sat, how you are watching TV, how you're sat at work as well. Think about it. If those stretches don't help, okay, and if things are prolonged, if stiffness is still there, if your headaches are still coming up, give us a shout. Please get in touch. That's what we're here for. All right. So jump onto our Facebook page, drop us a message, give the phone number a ring, jump onto our online booking page. There is loads of options. You have no excuse. Deal with this before you get into the Christmas period. Okay. We're going to be closed at some point through Christmas, between Christmas and New Year. Don't miss out. Okay. And yeah, address the issue, address that cause, fix the cause, your symptoms will sail away into the new year.